All right, everybody, and we're still here on day one of the GitHub Universe Conference 2024 here in San Francisco, California. Now, I have found another amigo, Freund. How do you say over there?
Hoi?
Friend.
Vriend.
Friend. Okay, that's yeah, I know the German one, Freund, Friend.
Freund, yeah, Vriend. It's almost the same, right?
Yeah.
Vriend, Freund.
I'm used to kind of like switching a little bit there. So, we have here our amigo Jan. I won't try your last name. What's your last name?
Dobbeleer.
Can you yeah, no way that I can pull that off.
I will forgive anyone for butchering my name. It's perfectly fine. Don't worry about it.
Okay, I'll keep it as Jan, so to not to make it awkward for me or for you. It doesn't seem like it's so awkward for you, but amigo Jan, friend Jan, can you tell us a little bit about you, who you are, why you are here, and what's your experience?
Okay, so the reason I'm here is because I'm a GitHub Star. I got invited by GitHub to come and join the conference, be part of it, experience it, talk with people. So I think my main purpose here is to really meet other people and just talk about, whatever challenge they have or question or whatnot, share my experiences around what it means to be a star, what it meant to me, and, what it means to GitHub as a whole and how it might change or not the world.
Get an invitation to this. Silly question, how long have you been a star?
I think it's my third year now.
Yes. Yeah, you're a veteran star. Well, there are some longer, but congratulations. This is really good. If you don't mind sharing a little bit, why and how do you become a star in GitHub?
So the first thing is I never really had the ambition to become a star.
That was an accident.
Yeah, it just happened. So what made it happen is I just love building products that people enjoy, that they can just use regardless of their skill set. So I focus on developer experience with the things that I built. And I just want that to be accessible for anyone around the world. Doesn't matter what your background is. If you're a student, you might not have ever heard about programming, whatnot, but you just want to get started with something. I just want things to be accessible. And I try to build a community and a bit of tool sets around that as well. That got picked up by, I think, Microsoft and GitHub. And that's how, I just rolled in. But to be honest, initially, my first reaction was, no, I don't want to do this. I want to keep focusing on this alone. I don't know what the requirements are to be part of a program. I just want to make sure I can keep building this. But it turned out to be really, really cool because you meet a lot of other individuals with the same background, same passion. Because a lot of it is organized around passion, right? You meet a lot of passionate people who believe in what they do. So you have really cool conversations, and then you're able to interact with GitHub products, people and groups to basically grow the product, give feedback, whatnot, which is, I think it's mutually beneficial.
Yeah, it's a huge experience to be here and listen to the problems that the rest of the people, what are they experiencing, and noticing, like you were mentioning that it's your first time in the US in a GitHub conference, and noticing the similarities, right? We were.
Yeah, exactly. So one of the cool things here, and this is maybe contrary to what we see in the world out there today, which is very polarized and mostly oriented around differences between people. When you come here, everybody talks the same language. We're here, we have a common purpose. Our reason for being here is the same, right? So I talk to you, I talk to others. Doesn't matter what your background is, what your color is, what your gender is, what you look like. I understand what you're saying, you understand what I'm saying. And we just have that connection. So you forget everything else and you just have really cool conversations with people about, hey, I have this sort of challenge. You might have that sort of challenge, and we can figure out, okay, how could I help you? Could you help me? And it goes even beyond that, because I met some people who you could consider in the traditional world as my competitors in the ecosystem. But then we just started talking about challenges that we had together, because, we're all solving the same problem in the end. And the user might choose tool A or tool B. In the end, it doesn't matter. We have the same goal. And then we started talking about, okay, how do you solve this specific challenge? Because for me, that's a difficult one. And you find opportunities to even collaborate and say, it doesn't matter. We have two solutions who might, in the end, do the same thing. Let's together figure out how we can make a better world for everybody. And then it's up to the user to choose. Do I go for A? Do I go for B? And then that's, my goal to make you choose for me.
In that line, you reminded me a lot on it's not a matter to trying to eat the whole pie by yourself, but making a bigger pie for everybody. I love that attitude. It's would you recommend everybody in the audience becoming a GitHub Star? Do you like the experience? How has it been?
I love the experience, to be honest. I really love to be, and especially when I'm here amongst other stars, because we usually meet only online, on Zoom, whatnot, which is a different atmosphere, different vibe. But being here, being able to speak with everybody, or just have people come up to me and talk about the experience, whatnot, it's pretty cool. It's really amazing. So I'm eternally grateful that I said yes to begin with, because it changed my life. About, should it be a goal for you specifically? I wouldn't say. You can keep it in the back of your mind. That's fine. It could be a goal, but the primary goal should be following your passions, doing what you love, trying to make an impact at some sort. That's your main purpose. And then, everything else that happens is a bit of a side effect of that mission, other than, being a star, being recognized for your work isn't the goal in the end. Try to be impactful, try to change the world. And then people will pick that up, they will see it. But without that, everything else also won't happen, right?
When you least notice, you may have become the star if you are following similar to Jen. And for the ones in the audience that are interested, could you give them any other recommendation to become a star on the process, or how was it, or any word of advice?
As I said, and I will keep saying that, follow your passion. Do things that give you energy, where you feel like, hey, I can help people by just doing this. I found a gap in my world. Usually you're not the only one with that gap. There's other people out there experiencing the same. Build something, do something with it. Doesn't necessarily need to be coding, whatever. In the GitHub ecosystem, a lot can happen. There's a lot of cool new features that have been announced today around AI that actually make things more accessible for everybody. So look at it, try to be impactful. You can do a lot more than you think you can. Focus on that first. And I think everything else might or might not happen, but you will have a lot of fun along the way.
Will flow. Just do it.
Just do it. Yeah, that's a good saying. Just do it. Go for it. Leap of faith.
So out of the new features that you mentioned, are there any that you are particularly excited about?
One of the things I really should be looking at is AI. I've purposefully not looked at it that much yet. But looking at what we can do with all the models that have been introduced now, how accessible it has become today with all the announcements that we have, I think that's on my list to pick up next. I would love to understand. In the end, AI is just a tool, right? It's not a goal. But I would love to understand how it could elevate the experience for users even more by looking, okay, where would it fit and would it make sense to have that? So that's my goal specifically. So I have a lot of homework, really.
We all do. Yeah, we're going to be really, really busy picking up on all the announcements, all the new things. I am a little bit mind blown and slightly worried how am I going to keep up with all that we're getting out of this. But it's a great experience. I am super happy to have had the opportunity. It's your first time here in the conference, right?
Yes. Check first time in the US as well. So I had no idea what to expect, but I'm loving it, every minute.
We are all loving it, and also this experience, like being able to meet some friends, get new friend. And am I saying it right? Did I change it? Friend? Yeah. Okay, I got confused. But so to wrap it up, so that people can follow up with you as a GitHub Star, what you are have been doing, and what are you going to be coming up with next? Where can people follow up with you and get in touch?
Good question. So I think the main platform today for everybody is still X. So @Jan de Dobbeleer, but we'll probably add it somewhere so you can easily.
I'll try. If I do my homework, you'll see here down in the screen.
It's that, or Blue Sky, which is gaining popularity. You can find me same handle. We have a Discord for oh-my-posh, the tool that I built. So you can also join there, start a conversation, give it a try. Check it out. Maybe you like it, maybe you don't. If you don't, let me know why not. I'll try to fix it because I'm here to please. So I need that input, right?
And what is your GitHub handle?
Jan the Dobbeleer as well. So I have the same handle everywhere. It's easy, right? It's easy.
You're lucky because there are some places where it's not that available, but yeah, it's good for you. You gotta check it out. Yeah, I didn't get there early, sorry. So, amigo Jan, last words for the audience before we cut it off.
Do whatever makes you feel good, follow your passions, keep at it, and remember, one day at a time, take small steps, and in the event, you will have grown tremendously.
I keep pushing him on the same because you said, I'm going to repeat it, and it's the mantra. I love it. Amigo Jan, thank you very much. It has been such a pleasure.
Likewise.
Yeah. So, everybody, we're still not over. If everything goes well, I'm going to add more interviews and more talks, more adventures during this GitHub Universe 2024. So, I'll see you around. And Jan, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Adios, everybody.
Ciao.
How do you say bye-bye in your language?
Farewell.
Okay, let's do it. Farewell?
Farewell, yeah.
It's the same. Farewell, then.
See? Easy.
Adios.